For the last 10 months, I've been working on my dream Roblox game. This game is all to do with stunting on motorcycles. And the reason it's my dream is because it's combining my two passions, game development and motorcycle stunt riding. Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're hopping back into the dream game and mainly working on the bike systems. At the moment, we have a bike system that you can drive around and it's pretty smooth. You could do some little wheelies, but that's about it. Today I want to add in burnouts and scrapes. That'll give the bike more functionality and overall be a lot more fun for players and myself to ride around in the game. Now I already have the VFX for both of these because we got them made last video for the loading screen. So let's get them added in. And by let's, I mean let's ask our programmer to see if he can add in burnouts and scrapes with the VFX. You know, I was expecting to have to wait a while for this, but I sent him the request and pretty much instantly he was done. So yeah, we have burnouts and scrapes now. So let's hop in and test it out. This is actually sick. It definitely helped the overall feel of the game, but I know we can still do better. Let's add some sound effects to the burnouts and to the scrapes just to make it a little bit more realistic. I also think the engine sound should be like you're revving the bike up or going kind of top speed while you're doing these donuts and drifts, because that's how it would be. It would be louder because you have to break the back tire loose and then you're revving. So yes, more sound, a lot of sound everywhere. Now, while the programmer is working on adding in sound effects and sort of polishing up that side of the system, let's hop into Blender and make some stunt parts for the Kawasaki 636. We're gonna make a cage for the bike just because all stunt bikes, if they have a somewhat responsible owner, have a cage on them. This protects the bike's engine. In the game, it'll just be purely aesthetics, I'm assuming. And we're also gonna need a 12 bar, which is what we scrape on the ground to have all the sparks. This is also extra protection for a bike in real life. For the cage, we are gonna reference the CPS cage. It is the most popular in the stunting world for the 636. So I think that's what we need to go with for the game. I pulled a pic from Google, put the 636 that we have into Blender, and now we're just gonna grab some cylinders and model this with the lowest poly count we can, but trying to make sure it still looks cool. Now that the cage is done, we need something to let us scrape on the ground, because right now we have the functionality, but nothing that we can aesthetically actually scrape and emit sparks from. So let's make a little 12 bar thing. On the 636, it's a little bit different. It's sort of a plate that has a little triangle on it with a titanium plate on the back. On my bike, I have an MT-07 and it is a full 12 bar. So it's a little bit different, but it's a lot easier to make than the cage was. Now let's go ahead, hop back into Studio and put the cage and the titanium 12 bar, whatever thing it is called, onto the bike and see if the sound effects are in and how the bike system's feeling. Okay, so I got everything lined up and I've tried a couple different welds and stuff, and I gotta be honest, I have zero idea how to make this cage and 12 bar stick to the bike. It just falls off. You can't anchor any items or the bike won't move, and I know you have to weld it, or I'm assuming you do. I don't know what you weld it to, so we're not going to be able to put my stunt parts on in this video, considering both programmers on this project are asleep at the moment. So we're gonna have to skip over those for now, but we do have them done. Now, speaking of programmers, while I was modeling those, not only did Gigi add the sound effects onto the scrapes and burnouts, please keep in mind these are temporary sound effects. They don't loop that well, and the amount of noise they are, it definitely needs a bit more balanced. So they are temporary sound effects, and if you are a sound effects maker, hit your boy up. I'm gonna need some custom ones for the game. Anyways, we can't put the cage or the 12 bar on right now, but we can test out the bikes, and Gigi surprised me by actually adding tricks to the game. So right now we have a sit down and a seat stander, which I was not expecting to get tricks added. That's a huge, I'm geeked. I'm geeked. Now we have stunt parts on the bike, well, soon to be on the bike, but we have them modeled. We have working scrapes with sound effects and working burnouts with sound effects, which is super cool. Now, I want to find something else I can do today, and that is going to be adding in waypoints to the minimap. Currently, you can set a waypoint anywhere, and then an arrow will pop up above your head, and a big beam will be wherever you set this waypoint, and it'll lead you to it. but I would like some preset ones for the POIs that are on our map. For example, the spawn, prison, dealership, racetrack, dirt track, and misguided. That's 6 of them right off the top of my head. Let's add those in. Robo made it super simple. You basically move an attachment to where you want the waypoint to be, add a tag to that, and then add all of that into the script. And there you go. Now we have set waypoints for the 6 main locations in the game. This will help players learn the map as well. Now, I wanted to wait till we were nearing the end of this video for only the people who are still watching. I want to open up the game for some of you guys to test. So if any of you guys want to test the game before anyone else gets to play it, leave your username in the comments below and make sure to join the My Bike Life group. I'm going to pick a couple people at random to give the tester role, so just keep an eye on the group if you do join. Let's go ahead, hop into the game, out of studio and on to Roblox to check out everything we got added today. Just riding the bike alone with the stuff that got added today, guys, scrapes, burnouts, tricks, it's so cool. A lot more fun, and I could legit play for a couple hours just goofing around. Now, of course, there's a lot of things that still need to be polished, but this is a great start. Oh, the minimap presets are super nice too, especially when people are just getting into the map and wanting to figure out where to meet up with their friends. We could be like, hey, meet at the prison, and then boom, you can open up the minimap and see where the prison is and set a waypoint directly to it. That is gonna wrap up the video for today. If you want to see more videos on me making my dream game, check out this playlist. Anyways, have a great day. Later.